Good morning, students. So today you can see the topic I am presenting here, fiber optics communication system. So you are hearing about fiber optics every time. Can you tell me where you are hearing this term? Nowadays, everything what you are doing for any communication purpose, because nowadays you are doing that the class of online classes or whatever, any internet. Total backbone of the internet system is the communication system. And how we are sending the signal? We are sending the signal, the fiber optic. Now you can see some terms are there. Fiber is there, optic is there. Optic is always related to with which thing? Optic means related with vision, light. Those comes under the topic or the term optic. Now, fiber optic. So then, fiber. Fiber, where you can see the fiber? We can say our hair like a fiber. So that type of very thin strong strand, this is called fiber. Very thin, in the order of micron, like our hair. Then strand means very lengthy, but it should be strong. It is not easily broken. So this is called as commonly fiber. Now, within these two things, when we are sending light through this fiber, I am going to tell you about the detail of this fiber now. And through this fiber and light, the communication is done. It is called fiber optics communication system. Now, communication you know, communicating or connecting between two or multiple ports or multi-points. Okay, that is communication system. When you are talking about the system is not only fiber is not my system. When that is the, it is the integration of various things. When the system term is coming, like our respiratory system. So it comes under, within this system, what comes under this system? That is not only the oxygen, not only the carbon dioxide, those are the part. But there are many things when working together to purpose a single objective, that is called system. Now many things what in case of fiber optics. So then how we are generating light, how we are changing this, making the light signal. So in this way we are doing the fiber optic communication system. Now first I have written here what is the meaning of fiber optic communication. So what I have written? Branch of science deals with study of propagation of light. What I said in my language, so here this is the same thing. This is a branch of communication system or engineering or science, that is we study the propagation of light. When light is going through any medium, then we are not using that light is flowing. For light, we are using the term propagation. So when you keep it in mind, when you were saying about the light is moving forward, so this is nothing but the propagating light through a transparent dielectric medium such as optical fiber. So here I have mentioned the term that the what is the meaning of optical fiber. Optical fiber should be transparent, one thing. Otherwise, how the light will reach, enter? Because optical fiber, the range of light through the optical fiber is working in the light of visible light, not the other light signal. Through optical fiber, that means the visible light. What are the visible light? That the VGR, violet to red. All the lights can be passed through the optical fiber. So that should be the transparent medium. What is the meaning of dielectric? Dielectric, you know, like glass or some silicon plastic material. Those are using the dielectric material. Here I have mentioned what are the now optical fiber generally we are using not for the analog communication because always the optical fiber when sending the signal as a form of internet signal or something, so that time we are generally sending the digital signal. Because digital signal, when we are using the digital signal, we can keep it as a memory, storage, everything possible. Again and again, we can repeat the same signal. So that's why always for any long distance communication, particular with related with internet and this type of communication, that terrestrial communication, this is the terrestrial communication. So we are using digital communication. Now that the another term I have mentioned, you can see the guided light. Because why the light is guided? When just you are simply switching on, light is spreading everywhere. You can see here and there, here and there, here and there. So then if it is carrying some information, your source, suppose from the source the LED or laser, the light is coming as a signal. But you simply switch on, then what happened? Then it is spreading everywhere. So you are not getting the proper information because light signal is very tiny signal, very feeble signal. So light energy. Now you have to protect all the energy within some guided, that means some particular restricted channel, that is only the fiber optic cable. So that's why it is called guided light. Light should be within this fiber, not going outward. Okay. So guided light फॉर्म में जाता है. Now the application. तुम लोग जानते ही हो, but as you are used in voice communication, where the voice communication in our office, everything that is only that the light is I mean the sound energy is changing to through electrical to light this way. Interconnection, phone lines, basically phone lines, then video communication. Now I am doing to you video communication, TV broadcasting, then the where we are using, then some matches are going on, those, then movies you are checking, you are watching TV, those are them. Then data transfer always, this is changing, comes under data transfer, that official data, any kind of data, your internet, mail, those are the data communication. Sensor system, very important. Where we are using sensor system, everything. Suppose that can be done. You need to open a door. So sometimes you are putting the hand here or there. So those things can be done. This sensor system, some light sensors are there. Then this is going through the guided fiber optic cable. Then you are doing. Then CCTV everywhere nowadays we are using CCTV. Then CCTV cameras are connecting not through the coaxial cable or twin pair cable. Now the signal CCTV cameras are reporting and they are directly communicating to your computer or your mobile through the medium of communication is the fiber optic cable. So those are such, and other various application everywhere, any terrestrial communication, then one end to another end of communication through the earth and within very less noise. I'm going to describe it in the next slides. Just check. So application tool. What are the advantages? Tell me 2, 3 advantages. Can you? Otherwise, I'm telling. Advantage of fiber optic communication. So, first point I have written here, you can see attenuation in fiber is lower than the coaxial cable. Actually, previously the communication, guided medium of communication or word communication, we are using coaxial cable. Coaxial cable, you have seen the big cable like this, there is a jacket, within this core is going. This is a heavy metal type. So when that the through this medium the energy is flowing in this coaxial guided mode, so that time the coaxial cable is having attenuation. Attenuation means absorbing the signal. So itself the medium is absorbing the signal, which is not done in fiber optic communication, because fiber optic communication is having the principle of what? Total internal reflection. And in case of total internal reflection, the total energy is within the device only. So device is not going to attenuate the signal. Device means here the fiber optic cable. Now, so as then the next advantages come. It requires, I mean, that's very less number of repeater and also low power transmitter. Because when the light energy is sending through this fiber optic cable, so it is you can see the LED or LED lamps having what? How much watt? 8 watt. And for sending the signal, we are using 1 to laser or LED. So maybe it is the matter of 0.5 watt to 1 watt. That much of energy is required. So if this minimum energy is required, but you can communicate, I can send signal, very starting point signal. So, I mean, from maybe I am sitting at Bhubaneswar. I am want to talk with New York City, someone. So, my communication is too fast because light is the fastest medium in the earth. So, this is the fastest ways of communication. इसके साथ साथ देखो what you can see now that it is taking less energy. Light energy is very less, very little power is required. And as the principle is total internal reflection, that light principle, so that it doesn't require too many repeaters, because that the absorption of the signal is very less, or attenuation. So what you can do? You can use the low power transmitter, that is some watt value. Whereas in case of communication, satellite communication or wireless communication, you spreading the signal, that is kilowatt. In some previous classes, now you have studied that is for wireless communication. You need to signal that klystron, magnetron, big, I mean, energy generator is required. Whereas it is having some low power transmitter. Smaller size, as I said, one fiber optic strand is like your hair. Now you are having where you can see fiber optic directly. You can see that in my house we are having broadband connection. So that the broadband connection, you can see that the one different cable is giving from that the building main point to your where um, your modem, till modem. You can see that, those are the fiber optic cable. They are very light. This is made up of glass or plastic. They are very, I mean, that corrosion resistant. No need to, I mean, that the what case in case of metal they are getting damaged with water, environmental condition, that thing is not done. And as well as you know that this is the very fastest medium of communication, very fast, only the fastest medium of communication on the earth, and as well as lightweight. Then silicon you are getting everywhere. So it's become divided, it's become less expensive also. And see the main, that is electromagnetic isolation. That is when you are sending the signal open air, anyone can catch your signal. Or if you can send your signal through some guided medium, some electromagnetic interference taking place, and your signal anybody can steal, okay, interfere. But in case of when we are sending the light or light cannot going out from this device, so electromagnetic isolation is automatically inherently done with this fiber optic communication. So there is less noisy, less interfering, then crosstalk, no signal can come, and very secured, private. Your signal nobody can steal, or your I mean that another fiber optic or other kind of signal cannot interfere here, because here the medium of sending signal is light, and one within this fiber and no other signal can pass. So your communication is very secure. Greater bandwidth, always light is having greater bandwidth. Less signal degradation, as I said, your signal is going through this type of communication, it is refrain of such kind of thing like interference, noise, crosstalk. So your signal degradation is obviously less. Data can be transmitted digitally, rate higher. When the bandwidth is higher, then your data sending rate should be higher. Now disadvantage, because disadvantage, this is a not, nobody can, some technical person, not technical, very technical person only, they have to install this one, otherwise no common person cannot install this system. This system, to making this system, it is very fast. Initially this system is establishing, this system cost is high and complex. Then it requires, because it is not I mean not like the simple copper wire, so what, nah, they are bit fragile, because it is making of plastic or glass, so it is fragile, so we need to protect it. Okay, चलो next slide को देखते हैं अभी. Till now I have given that the idea, advantage, disadvantage. Now next I'm going to say how the fiber optic communication look like. चलो. Now you can see first the block diagram, and this is related with the different type of optical fiber communication related thing. First one, the signal information. So whatever I am talking, suppose I am talking to you, this one, to with you. I am talking here and you are getting my voice there. Then what we are doing? So first, in my computer there is a mic, there is a video sensing signal, so these are in audio and video form. Now there should be changing into electrical form, our laptop's mic or that the video changer. So they are making it signal. When we am talking the term signal, that means the raw information is changing its equivalent electrical manner, electrical energy. Now the total thing is electrical. In my device, this thing happen. What? Electrical transmitter, then transmit, it will transmit. Then electrical transmitter is giving the signal to some LED or laser. Then they are changing LED or laser. They are changing what the function of this LED or laser? They are changing electrical signal to light signal. You can see here I have mentioned optical transmitter. So electrical energy is changing to optical energy, light energy by optical transmitter. Now LED or LED is preparing the signal. Now my function is over with my device. Now I need to send the signal. So there are some here. You can see this blue line. This is the fiber optic lines. We are laying the cable, fiber optic cable from my device to your device. तुम्हारे डिवाइस मतलब तुम्हारे मोडेम में जा रहा है here optical receiver. This modem is receiving the signal. Then your device is again changing the optical signal into modem. After the modem, the signal get changes into, maybe it is in your laptop also or your phone also. The signal is changing by the video amplifier. You can see the video, and for your audio amplifier you can see the audio. So that is your electrical signal, and then respective speaker and the TV or monitor giving the video and audio signal. Now here I have mentioned this one, the creating the fast communication. What are the steps? Creating the optical signal along the fiber. So signal along the fiber, relaying the signal along the fiber. Relaying, I am going to say what is the meaning of relaying. Then ensuring that the signal does not become distorted or weak. I have to check the signal should not be degraded or it cannot be change its shape. If the signal shape is changed, then instead of my voice, you are getting voice of maybe some mechanical voice like robotic voice. Receiving the optical signal, converting to the electrical signal. So what I have said, block diagram here, those are the steps, and these are the real, what we are doing in the real circuit. So first, electrical input signal, what comes from the mic or the video changer, video signal producer. Then the transmitter. Here the transmitter portion I have mentioned that the optical transmitter. So first, electrical signal, here you can see here I have mentioned the term driver circuit. What is the meaning of the driver circuit? Now, because when we are changing, suppose I am making the signal through want to change the electrical signal into my LED or laser, but there are some rating for the LED or this one, I mean my laser. So for this one, to make the raw signal to support by the light source, so I need a circuit which can change the raw electrical signal to make, this is also driver circuit is also the electrical signal, but I am giving a polish, so it should be usable by the light source. Maybe my signal, my voice signal of 50 watt, but my light source can accept voltage like 5 volt, okay, LED or 5 volt or zero point 0.5 volt. So I need to downgrade my signal. So this is done by the driver circuit to make the signal usable, raw signal usable for the light source. Now the light source, maybe it is here LED, light emitting diode or laser. Then they are changing the signal. Now then the connector, because I have generate the signal, but I have to give this signal, channelize this signal into optical fiber. So connector is the term or the medium which can connect the optical fiber with the light source. Okay. Then optical splices. What is the meaning of optical splices? Here I have here mentioned that because optical fiber, I need to connect from, suppose I want to lay optical fiber through Atlantic Ocean, because cross Atlantic signal is going. Generally optical fiber signals are lying under the sea, Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean, like this, Pacific Ocean. So from east to west, maybe from India to America, I want to send a signal. But one optical fiber may be at a stretch It can go 1 kilometer, 2 kilometer, 3 kilometer, depending on the material. Then I need to connect with the another line. So that's why to connect one optical fiber to another optical fiber, because this is light can be break if you are using two lines together. So that time that light is not going like water that is directly passing, because it has to follow some rules or science. So that's why some to connect to optical fiber, one optical fiber to another optical fiber, that is the optical splices are required, like our joint. Then optical fiber. Then optical coupler or beam coupler. So because these are required if you want to send, no, I am sending the signal to from India to this way, to the New York City, this way to the London City. So I need to couple the signal for London line also, for New York line also. So that's why I need the optical coupler or beam coupler. So here in between this one, I need to then optical receiver, maybe one optical receiver. You can see this one as here this block. My signal is traveling very less watt. Here that the optical splices, some energy is getting lost. So when the signal is traveling, after sometimes that with the progression of the signal, it is losing some energy. That is done every time when you are walking, so that time you are losing your energy. The optical fiber also, they need to travel from India to New York, London, so it is losing its energy. So in between I have to keep some regenerator. Okay, so what the like our electrical lines, you can see now the transmission line, they are in between the transmission line we are keeping some transformer. So transformer is regenerating or re-energizing the signal, same signal again. So whatever I have lost the energy during the travel of the optical fiber light, so I need to regenerate this energy. So that's why optical receiver. Then here I should keep some amplifier. They are generating the energy. Then optical amplifier. Then the receiver section is receiving. So these are the simple block. Then at the receiving portion, what you can see, that is photodetector. Photodetector. What is the function of the photodetector? Changing the light energy to the electrical energy. Then electrical energy get amplified, then your device is decoding the signal accordingly. So this is the very fast prototype of your fiber optic communication. Now I am going to conclude our session for today, and as well as the last page, if you want to get to know the detail, very good slides are there. You can follow the SIAM NPTEL. I am giving you the link. Please check this link. Here the link you can say, this is the NPTEL, this is the some professor from, I forgot his name, but very good slides. You can follow this NPTEL lecture. Here you can note down. I will send it through you the link through my class note, and hope you will understand. If you have any doubt, you can directly communicate to me. You can mail me. You can message me. Okay. That is for today. Thank you. Bye.